Hey everyone, what's up? One of you guys requested that I do a tutorial on how I draw dragons, so that's what we'll be doing today. I decided I would start off with Mudwings because they are the first dragon that we get in the books for like a point of view, so I just figured that that's what I would start out with. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I start out with a sketch on the underside so it's easier for me to show you the shapes. I start out with a circle and then I draw the brow. Now, it's important not to make this part too long or too short as it can really change the way that the dragon looks. And so here I give a little example about what not to do and draw it too long and give an example of like, it just like looks weird. It looks a little bit off, in my opinion, a little more cartoony and less realistic. You can draw your muzzles slanted down like this or slanted up. For Mudwings, I prefer to draw them slanted down because I think it gives them a softer look. It's also really important when you're drawing the mouth not to angle it outward and angle it curved like that. I draw an example here. Don't do that. It looks weird. So you see that outshoot? Yeah. Make sure it's curved. Yeah. This is so difficult to do a voiceover, but okay. I don't know how people do that. And I draw the horn. It's just like 3 swift movements, and it's important that you follow the lines that you created on the top. With the ear, I think about drawing like a trapezoid. So see that? Like that's what it would look like completed, and then you just follow your lines for the end part of the ear. When I'm drawing the neck, I make sure it doesn't jut out too much. I think I kind of mess with it a little bit here. And then when you're drawing the neck, it's also important to follow the line you did in the back. So if it doesn't, see how it's the equidistant width apart from the stomach part and the back part of the headline? It's very important that they're like the same width apart all around, or otherwise it will kind of like look weird if they're different in different places. Hope that makes sense. And then for the body, I start out with 2 circles, one a little bit bigger than the other. And I draw like a sort of oval shape from one connecting the other. The bottom half, or like the back half of your dragon, should be a smaller circle because it's not like holding up their entire head. So it's going to be like a slightly smaller part of the body. Which is funny because it's the opposite with the legs, which you'll see in a second. So I draw a smaller circle for the front leg, which if I can get that right, yeah, there we go. A smaller circle for the front leg and then a larger circle for the back leg. Because just like with us, our humans, our legs are much larger than our arms. So it's important that you keep that as well. And then it's just, this is so difficult. It's 2 shapes for the legs, a calf shape and like an upper arm shape. And I sort of like jut out from the calf there to show like that muscle. Yeah. And then for the legs, it's 3 shapes actually, not 2. So there's this really big upper part of the leg, this like smaller middle section of the leg, which I'm drawing right now, and then the calf part of the leg. And for me, it's easy to think of them like joints on a doll. Like, how would that move? Or you can also reference horses. That's a really good way if you want to see like how the legs can be positioned naturally. Horses, dogs, all good, for like animals to reference for like different positions and whatever, like blah blah blah. When I draw the back leg, I follow the same steps as I did with the first. So right now here I'm drawing the plane to kind of show you how the back and the front legs are on sort of different planes of view. It's kind of hard to explain, but I draw this little like rectangle to sort of demonstrate that like just the perspective, because the dragon will need a wide stance in the back to sort of keep themselves balanced. So their back legs are kind of separated. Here I'm drawing the wing. I also start with a circle there to sort of show you the curve of like that sort of shoulder upper part of the wing. And I do it in 3 major sections. I do the part, and essentially the 3 sections are where it bends, And then here I'm drawing the little spikes. These are just sort of like really long spikes. And then same with the neck, make sure that everything is sort of equally distant apart. It can get a little bit wider when you get closer to the base of the wing. But like, yeah. When I'm drawing wings, I keep like the very top spike or whatever you call it, the shortest, or like out of the 3 at the top, I mean. And then I just connect all the dots with like sort of little loops to show the like webbing part of the wing. Here I'm going in with like the claw part. This is actually one of my favorite like things to draw. It's just, I find it kind of satisfying. And then I section it off to kind of show you just like the 3 different sections of it, to make it hopefully easier to draw as reference. And then when you're drawing the tail, you can really position it however you want. I give a bunch of different examples about how you could curve it. Mudwing tails, typically, they're like quite larger and kind of beefy. And so I don't like make it a complete point at the end of the tail. It's sort of rounded out. Here I'm showing you that you don't do that. Don't do that. When you draw a tail straight, it curves off of the body and sort of flows down rather than being a straight line. So that's what I'm showing you right now. You can pretty much position your tail however you want. Yeah. Like, I draw mudwing tails and nightwing tails the same because I think of them as, like, a little bit beefier than sort of the other tribes. And then, seaving tails are kind of their own thing. And then here, I think, what do I do next? This is so unprofessional. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm just pausing. Okay, I know what I'm doing. So I'm drawing the little mudwing snout because just like crocodiles and stuff, it sort of pokes out so they can breathe. And then when I draw the mouth part, I jut it out like that, like a little ledge or something, to show that they're different parts of the jaw and not the same. So to give them a little bit of difference, and then I just draw the smile. Just giving you a little look, I guess, of the whole thing. Now I'm just drawing in the eye. Give him a little happy expression. And this is another thing, when you're drawing like the under part of the stomach or the underbelly, it's also very important to follow the curve of the neck, or otherwise it'll look off. So just like make sure those lines line up, if that makes any sense. It's kind of difficult to explain, but I think it's really important, or otherwise your design can kind of look off or weird or just like not quite right. So yeah, now I'm just cleaning up the lines so it's easier to see like the overall shape of the dragon once it's done. Also, if you guys want me to show you how I draw like all the other tribes and stuff like that, comment down below. Tell me which tribe you want me to do next. I can always just go in order of the books. Like next I would do Sea Wing because of Tsunami and like whatnot, but or just like whatever you want to see. I didn't really go into much detail when drawing this because I figured I would start with just like the base, like the sort of basic shape of the dragon and what that looks like. So hopefully this is what you guys were looking for, and you find this helpful. Yeah, I'm just still cleaning up the circles so you can like see like the broader shape of everything. And yeah, I'm pretty much done. I decided that I would go back in and draw the toes because I thought that would still count as like a excuse me, I just burped. But like I don't even know what word to use, like the basic shape. Anyway, so I go in and show you how to do toes. I'm showing you an example of what you could do. You could sort of just like leave it like paws, like a little section like that. But that's what I used to do. But then I saw how some other people did it, and I really liked the way that they like actually like drew each little toe. And so that's what I'm showing you how to do now. I sort of draw it in like, think about it maybe like bread slices because they're kind of like fluffy, like little like cake buns or something. And then I draw little ovals for the claws. Depending on the dragon you're drawing, the claws will look different, but honestly you could draw them all the same and no one would really care. But for Mudwings, I sort of draw the claws like round and blunt because they just like don't really need them to be super sharp and stuff. Yeah. I sometimes will also draw like that thumb claw that they have sort of like higher up on the foot, but I just like didn't do that today, I guess, just because I didn't think felt like more of like a detail thing. And I've pretty much reached the end. That is it. I hope you guys found the tutorial helpful. Let me know if there are any other tribes you want to see, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye!